Well, welcome back, you bunch of weirdos, to the Manchester United career mode. And guys, did you guys enjoy the game over the weekend up against Arsenal? Because we found this. We have discovered the next Lionel Messi, the next Cristiano Ronaldo. He is Maradona, and Pele reincarnate. His name is Marcus Rashford. And where did this guy freaking come from? Okay, I'm overselling, I'm overhyping him a little bit, but I didn't know I had this secret weapon sitting on my bench this whole entire time, so I looked it up, and yes, he's on the bench. He's been in the game since November. He's not the highest rated guy. He starts out at a 59, he has a potential of 77, so this is what I went ahead and did. I lone listed him, and I lone glitched him up, which you can still do in career mode this year, and I got him to an exciting prospect. So he's gonna have, that's pretty much what he is. He's an exciting prospect. I don't want to oversell him, but as you can see, his stats are mediocre. The only thing that's kind of noteworthy, at 69, his finishing is already up to 78, and he's got excellent dribbling, ball control, and meh on the acceleration and sprint speed. So we'll see if we can be able to use him. And guys, I've simmed through and I've restarted this career mode once again. I simmed everything, so it's pretty much exactly the same, made all the same transfers, but this is why I did it. 6 days after we had started the season 2 of the career mode, Anthony Martial got 4-star skill moves, and that is just simply something that was too tasty, too delicious to go ahead and turn down. So I spent a whole entire day Sunday going through, painstakingly going back through all the episodes, making sure, you know, the scores are right and all the transfers, you know, players went to the right teams and all that whatnot. And here we are back again. And I also trained up Marcus Rashford all along the way. Now, the last episode, I asked you guys, what do you guys want? And with the votes of 102 to 53, you wanted Robert Lewandowski over Aubameyang, and we're gonna go ahead and trade up Lukaku to go ahead and get him. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and put it in. But do we even need him? Do we even need Robert Lewandowski right here if we have Marcus Rashford? You know what I'm saying? And guys, I cannot write this, but since we put in interest for Lewandowski, Pep Guardiola goes ahead and signs up here Emerick Aubameyang for Manchester City. I kid you not. I just thought that was incredible. And right here, Gianluigi Donnarumma, the AC Milan wonderkin right there. I was telling you guys, let's go in for the regen of Buffon. This guy is a real-life regen of Buffon, so he is going to be the long-term successor target that we're going to be targeting in this career mode if David De Gea ever leaves, which hopefully is not anytime soon. And Inter all of a sudden stepping up. They're saying, hey, 55? We can make Lukaku happen if you give us, you know, we give you 55 for him. I was like, yeah, I'll take that. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and help buoy this. We're going to move Caceres and 60 mil for Robert Lewandowski, and we are on the transfer deadline day. Probably the final transfer if it does go through right here. And there you go. Player sold. We get 47 million back into our kitty kit for Romelu Lukaku. Thank you for your, you know, half season. We might come back in for Lukaku because I really did enjoy my time playing with him. And here we go. I am not going to give him, as you can see right there, important first team. I'm not going to give him that starter spot right away because I'm not convinced that he's that much better than Martial. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to come in and he's going to have to earn that position. I know he's 88 rated overall, but if you look at them statistically, and I'm going to showcase it to you in a second, you know, they're not all too dissimilar, and there are some things that I kind of like more about Martial than I like about Lewandowski. You guys voted for him, so I'm going to go ahead and bring him in, but he's not going to have crucial first team. As you can see right there, I just upped his wages, and I gave him no promises on what to start. You come in, you fight for your spot, Robert Lewandowski. There are big names up here. There's Lionel Messi's and Cristiano Ronaldo's that I got to deal with right here, and I don't know. You got to fight for your spot. If you don't make this happen, you're gone. This is all I'm saying. It's a humongous front three that we have now. Arguably, maybe the greatest strike force in human history. But I'm just not sold. Look at these stats. I mean, they're very, very good. Don't get me wrong. But I thought his finishing would be a little bit higher. And he's a little bit faster than I thought he would be. But, you know, 3-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, 6'1", poacher, clinical finisher, doesn't even have the finesse shot or long shot take it traits. I thought I was going to get a little bit more bang for my buck, but maybe he'll surprise me. We're going to be using him. A lot of questions going on right here, and I know that might not be the popular thing. A lot of you guys seem to really want Lewandowski, but he's not going to start right away, and I think that's the best for him. You don't want a big money transfer to go ahead, walk in, and all of a sudden, you know, just get on their heads that, you know, I could just They paid a lot for me. They're gonna start me. No. That's not how it's gonna work, because Anthony Martial is playing gangbusters right now, and we have the luxury. We have the luxury now with the frugal transfers that we've been making to go ahead and start Lewandowski on the benches, and Rashford is also on the bench for this match up against right here Southampton. As we go right here, Nainggolan, the new transfer, is coming in. Look at him absolutely tank his way through that midfield and deliver another banging, stinging long shot, but we were still onto the ball right now. False user of Dogan. What does he go? Finds Nainggolan. Nainggolan letting it out to Lionel Messi. Cuts inside, doing a little bit back, and then Gardos going ahead and parried away the finesse shot from the little Argentine. Now Wayne Rooney on the corner. What is he going to go ahead? He's going to go in, just whip it. Can we nay? And watch John Stones right here. Goes up for it, but does not give up on the play. See Cedric dilly-dallying onto it. Just steals it away. He says, give me them cookies, and I'm going to take your lunch money. Bowser plays it inside to Ronaldo. What is he going to do? A little bit fancy stuff. Falls to John Stones once again. Takes a nasty deflection. And then somehow, almost finesse shot curls into the back of the net, and John Stones gets a freaking beauty of a goal. Massive deflection right here. Good on Cristiano Ronaldo, keep it in. Good defense even, but right there, as you can see right here on the slow-mo replay, it's going to hit the back heel right there and take a wicked deflection. And plays perfectly into the top bins. And John Stones, you might not score a prettier goal in your life than that one. What a beauty right there. But Southampton were not going to go ahead and take that line down. Another stinging shot, but David De Gea is a man. He is quite a beautiful man. And then we're going in. Wayne Rooney linking up 1-2 with Anthony Martial. And Martial was through, and the only course of action left to do was to try and take him down, take out the legs. Anthony Martial, as you can see, clean on through, doesn't get the ball, only gets the man, and that is a straight up penalty by the laws of the game. I know Cristiano Ronaldo is on pens, but Martial is the one who earned it, so I'm going to give it to him right here, and we're going to go ahead, hitting it all in the green. Can we do the stutter step? And it is clinical. Anthony Martial with another goal. Beauty, and there we go, ladies and gentlemen. 26 minutes, and we are already up 2-0. Southampton clicking on all cylinders. And then remember, this is why I didn't put Lewandowski in right away. We have a good thing going, guys. We have a good thing going. You don't mess with something that isn't broke. That's all I'm saying right there. And look at this. I thought I was about to get a free kick. I was going to put Cristiano Ronaldo on it. I'm all happy. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to bang it in. And that went against me somehow, but it's like the computer knew. The computer knew that it was against me. I go ahead, fire a shot, falls once again to Anthony Martial, cuts inside with a little bit dribbling, gets a pass, the other defender before he can pounce on him. And just like that, it is the 34th minute. Anthony Martial is on a hat trick, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. This is what I'm talking about. The acceleration, the close control, dribbling, the ability to do those little skills and dinks, and then having the finesse shot trait to get it past in that position. Pretty much getting on the penalty spot once again. No contest. We're playing Super Smash Bros. Right there. And pretty much in the 34th minute, this game was all but wrapped up, and now Lionel Messi, look at that, just absolutely destroys his defender, but gets muscled off at the last second by Fonte, but the ref is going to go ahead and pull it back as he sees it as a penalty. That could have easily been maybe his second yellow card. Fonte lucky to be on the field. Now Lionel Messi steps up. What is he going to do here? He's going to go ahead and try to curl it over. And gets the ball to dip. It does! It's placed well, but it bangs off of the crossbar. Crossbar challenge, ladies and gentlemen. And we cannot pile on to this already. Demolition Derby of Southampton. It is only 3-0 into the halftime. But pretty much we were on cruise control right here. We were just looking to go ahead and see if we can get Mr. Martial his hat-trick. Nainggolan playing it up. Beautiful stuff into the middle. Oh my god. And Rooney absolutely skies a... What build-up play, but deserved better in the finish right there. Now Ronaldo's, what is he going to do? Been quiet all game. Here's the heel-to-heel shot, blast past his defender. And if it wasn't for the heroics of the keeper at that last second, it was pretty much in. And with, 30 minutes left, I thought I gave Martial a little bit of a rest and bring in some of the big boys. We're going to see them come in right now. Marcus Rashford. And if you had seen it right there, also Robert Lewandowski also coming in right here. We're going to see one of these guys is going to get a little bit more play time than the other. And I'm I might be a little bit biased. I've been falling more and more in love with Marcus Rashford, but is he any good in game? Is he any good in FIFA? That is what the question I'm going to be asking in this episode. Yusuf Erdogan is pretty darn good right there, but cannot put it on target. Stinging shot, Braithwaite onto the ball right now, and John Stones. What an absolute monster of a game he's having. Lionel Messi plays Rashford in. What does he do? He cuts back across, goes for the finesse shot, and Gadzinega. Probably butchered that name, goes ahead and actually makes a stop right there. And with that, that would be the only highlight after Mr. Martial went out of the game, but a comfortable 3-0 win. We basically had the game won with 30 minutes into the game right there. John Stones, of course, picking up. He had a monster game just all over the field. And guys, what I realized from seeing this past weekend, seeing Marcus Rashford and seeing all those youngsters into that squad that was able to defeat Arsenal, I realized how important it is to have a youth academy, and that's why I was showcasing the youth academy right there. We are going to be putting more stress on the youth academy. I want to bring some youth academy players through and hopefully, raise them up and, have that class of, 92 feeling. Maybe not to that level, but I want to bring in, the next Marcus Rashford, what I'm saying? The next, the next Paul Pogba, except don't lose him and that kind of stuff. But now we have Champions League right here up against Real Sociedad, our first of many of the group stages right here. There's going to be a lot of games playing, and I've been thinking, these games, the FA Cup games, like even the Capital One games, will be opportunities to go ahead and bring those youngsters through this Manchester United system, a proud youth academy system that they have at Manchester United, and we're going to see if we can go ahead and take advantage of all those many games. Angel Correa now getting his rare start into it, plays it over to Nahar, who's on board and absolutely bangs it. And once again this season, Nahar is coming up from the right back position and is our best attacking force right here. Nahar, the legend. Oh my god, I think I might have discovered just this beautiful hidden gem, because he's not very high rated, ladies and gentlemen. He's 74 rated. He is in the squad because he offers absolute magnificent flexibility playing at the right mid, right back, and I think a little bit of wing back positions right there. He can play pretty much all along that right side, and he shows us right there that he can actually bang it as well. And look at this, top of the hand actually off of his line. He easily could have been beaten right there, but a poor shot from the Real Sociedad players. And now Lewandowski going in right here, and this is what I noticed about him. He is absolute silk. I was second guessing. I was like, he might be clunky, he might be too slow. He wasn't as strong as he wasn't strong as Lukaku. He's strong as an ox, and he is delightful on them techers. I mean, he doesn't have the 3-star skill moves, but his dribbling and his agility is super silky smooth. And if Marcus Rashford had just put that anywhere near Lewandowski, he's probably scoring that and extending our lead. But you were just seeing some showcases of what I think is to come. I'm barely scratching the surface, learning how to use him. And Lewandowski right here with the strength to hold it off, and what a shot. Bully, even from that distance, could not get enough onto it, and Bully once again almost getting caught off, making him punish, and it was basically an orbital bombardment. And for the second time in the same match, Lewandowski just bullies the defender off of the ball, wins it, lays it off to Rashford, and Rashford cannot finish. And now Memphis laying it off to Lewandowski. Lewandowski making a beautiful little pass to Rashford, and what does he do? Gives it, returns it to Lewandowski, who hits it once again at Rulli, and Lewandowski still has not scored his first goal for Manchester United. Not for the lack of trying and not for the lack of opportunities, but for some reason he could just not score in this game. And maybe this is a tradition. Pretty much every single newbie who makes his debut never really scores in it. And look at this, on a plate. That leads it on a freaking plate to Lewo, and he still cannot score. I remember when he scored 5 goals in something like absurd, like 20 minutes. He could have done that in this match. That's how many opportunities he had. But he just couldn't put away. Didn't have his finishing boots on. What can I say? And reuniting with his old teammate, Bastian Schweinsteiger. I didn't even think about it. Maybe he put in a call when, like, hey, Lewandowski is pretty good out here in Manchester. And as you guys know, usually I skip the Capital One Cups and all that goody goodness because, Capital One Cup, what can we bow there? But I was wrong. I realized I realize the importance of these Capital One Cups is to bring along the youngsters, to give them opportunities to go ahead and play and see if I can go ahead and use them. And that is why, look at this roster, guys. Mostly second teamers, a couple of first teamers, sprinkled Swani, Smalling, Bazor, all in there. But now Depay, Correa, Rashford, Pisto, Wellenreuther is in goal right there. Nahar. All these guys getting chances, getting playtime. I'm learning them. I'm getting opportunities to learn how to play with these guys. Rashford over the top right here, laying it back. Beautiful stuff. Rashford with the finessing! And not that far off. Almost getting it past fielding right there. And now we're going to go ahead and look at this on the replay. Beautiful curl shot right there. Ooh, I know it's actually going in probably, if not for the little cats. And a little bit of a beautiful dinky dick to Correa. But Aylan gets back just in time. Probably should have taken that first touch, and beautiful play. We are tearing them apart. Rashford, this is what I love about this kid. He's not the fastest, but he's got the techers. Look at the beautiful fake shot inside and could not finish. But once again, it was something about today, man. It just, I was getting good opportunities, but I could just not put the ball in the back of the net. And now Rashford once again playing a little offensive, going ahead and earning us a very promising free kick on the edge of the box right there. And can we make something happen from this? Still 0-0. A cagey match in the Capital One. Memphis Depay stepping up with his 22 and banging it off the post. Unlucky. We have not hit a free kick in this career mode in a while, actually, now that I think about it. But now into the second half, it would be them first, and Wellenreuther a well in save right there. If I pardon the puns, that was terrible. But we keep on going right here. Morel getting it over. What is he going to do? He flings it back, and he does not spot Correa. A terrible pass, and with one fatal mistake, Rashford is through, but he does not have the legs to get it. But a fresh leg on Herrera, and he is taken down from behind, and that is a penalty. Almost, you know, picture S. This is pretty much what Rashford did in the game. Went ahead, pulled back the ball, laid it off to Andres Herrera, who was about to go ahead and unleash a beautiful curled finesse shot into the back of the net, but is taken down. We're going to give Rashford the penalty right here. What is he going to do? Steps up, and it's clinical once again. Oh, and the boy does not blink in the face of pressure right there. Go ahead. And how are you going to introduce yourself to the Manchester United Nation? Gonna dab. Oh, God. So many dabs, and just like that, Marcus Rashford getting on the board for Manchester United this season. Well in, my son. Well in, my son. And there you guys go. I'm still not playing with him in a couple of games. I can say this, that he's not terrible, but he's not quite there yet. You know, he's only 70 rated, and we're going to be training him. He's going to be my pet project. We're going to be training him up. He's got better potential now, and he's got man of the match right there, getting an 8.0 right there up against Bristol City. And we'll be playing. We'll try to start him in more FA Cup games. We'll try to start him in a couple of, Capital One games, as well as Champions League games where we can fit him in, and he'll be coming off of the bench, getting a good amount of playing time, and hopefully we can cultivate this homegrown talent. He is a Manchester boy through and through, and I do not want that to get lost. You know, in all the big names and all the Lewandowskis and the Nangalins and the Ronaldos and the Messis that come in, this is a Manchester United career mode. I want to keep that Manchester Unitedness a part of it, and that's why I would love it. I would just absolutely love it if we could grow Marcus Rashford and people like Martial and Adnan Januzaj. Don't forget, I forgot about him, into the next generation, this next generation of Manchester United legends, along with, sprinkling a couple big names here and there, so there we go. Amazing episode, guys. Maybe not the flashiest, but we brought in some really big names. We've discovered a couple of really big names, maybe future big names, and we're going to go ahead and see where the season is going to take us. It is going to be incredible. What are we going to see from the likes of Lewandowski? What magic can he pull out of his hat? What are we going to see from the youngsters? Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to play the next couple of games with this roster, guys. Anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, if you are all hyped for Lewandowski, for Marcus Rashford, go ahead and smash that like button right there. My name's B-Bonus. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Remember, stay yourself, stay humble, and beware.